Hello friends and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making maple roasted Brussels sprouts. So this is a pretty easy recipe, and for those of you who say that you don't like Brussels sprouts, this is a totally different take, because not only are these not going to taste normal, they're going to actually have a sweet taste to them, but it's very much a maple taste, and they actually are really great once you get a good taste going with the maple flavoring you're putting into it. It totally changes the whole outlook of what a Brussels sprout's supposed to taste like. And this is a very easy recipe to do. Basically, it's all about some time in the oven and a few ingredients to make these things taste really great. So what we're doing at first is we're going to peel off all of the dead leaves, all the outer ones that are coming off or might be withered. We want to get them completely off of it, and then we're going to cut each one of the Brussels sprouts in half lengthwise. So that way we actually have these in a way that we can put them on our pan and have them stay in one position as we flip them, and then this will help the seasonings and the maple absorb in as they're cooking. So what I have here basically is about a pound of Brussels sprouts. You can do up to about a pound and a half if you wanted with this recipe, and that's going to give you plenty for many people because this does come out to a decent amount. But you need to go through and cut each one of these the way I'm doing it. Now, if you cut them and some of the leaves continue to fall off once you put them in your bowl, that's okay. That doesn't really hurt anything. Just, like I said, cut off the ends. So you don't want any of the stem in this, because the hard part is always not a great thing to chew on because it's going to actually remain kind of hard even after it's cooked. But you want to trim off that very end and then cut it lengthwise. And make sure that if there's any parts that look withered, get them off of there because they don't really need to be there. You don't want to cook those. At the same time that you're doing this, you're going to want to preheat your oven because we're going to want it to go to 375 degrees. So once you get all your Brussels sprouts cut up, we're going to add about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil and just drizzle this over the top because we will be stirring this up in a moment. So that way it's going to get mixed through. And then to this, you are going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. And once you get that in, stir it up completely. And you're going to need a pan that you're going to use to put these in your oven, which you should have already preheated your oven to 375 degrees. Once you stir this up and get all the oil and all of the seasonings mixed through it, they're going to go into a pan. I suggest lining it with aluminum foil. It just makes it easier to clean up after. Plus the fact that you don't have to worry about anything sticking or whatever to your pan. But this is coated in olive oil. It shouldn't stick anyway, but it is easier to clean up. So spread everything out evenly so that way when it's roasting, it has time for everything to actually get a good coating and not piled up in one corner. And it's going to go in the oven for 15 minutes. And then after the 15 minutes, you're going to pull it out and flip these around. So this way we're going to have a chance for the other side to actually get some of the heat on it as well and roast it. So once you get them completely distributed around your pan again, they're going to go back into the oven for 15 more minutes. So just make sure if you can, if some of them haven't been flipped, do the best you can to flip some of these pieces over because we want to make sure there's even roasting on this. So just work your way through, and when you feel you're done, pop it back in the oven. So now that they've come back out of the oven, we're at the 30-minute marker on this. We're going to put at least 2 tablespoons or more of maple syrup over top of these. And we're going to go back into the oven for 15 minutes to let the maple cook into them. Once you pour it over top, it's going to go down onto the pan, and it's actually going to make its way through all of it. You're good to go as long as you actually drip your syrup over the whole thing. And when it's done, it looks something like this. And these are really great to eat because they have such a great sweet maple taste to them. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you like videos that I have and the recipes that I cook, please check out my cookbook, which is available on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide. Have a great day.